And welcome back to Money Mind. In Corporate Watch this week, we profile an Indian company whose roots literally go back thousands of years. Himalaya is a privately held firm in the herbal healthcare business. Its products are based on the principles of Ayurveda, an ancient system of preventive healthcare from India. Himalaya has successfully launched its brand in Malaysia, Indonesia and Singapore and is now eyeing other regional markets. What's the company's formula for success, and are herbal remedies here to stay? Money Mind's Pooja Raji finds out.
Ayurveda. It's a holistic system of medicine from India that provides guidance on food and lifestyle to maintain good health. Its cures are based in nature, in roots and plant extracts, and it's used as much as a preventive as a cure. But with Western medicine clearly being the choice of the mass, why did this 76-year-old company take the risky route of going alternative?
The person who founded the company, Mr. Manal, he was a nature lover. And on one of his trips to Burma, he saw mahouts, who are these elephant trainers, feeding the root of a plant to a wild elephant. The elephant quietened. Mr. Manal brought the root of the plant back with him, did some very basic elementary tests on the root, and realized that the root brought down blood pressure. He made some very rough-looking pills, took those tablets to a cardiologist in India. This was way back in the 30s. Convinced the doctor to try the medicine on a hypertensive patient, and the product worked.
The plant was called Revulsifia serpentine. Himalaya says it was the first medication of its kind to lower blood pressure. It apparently cured the problem without causing any negative side effects. And it was this balance in nature that made the lure of Ayurveda irresistible to the company.
That is when he decided to stay in herbal healthcare and not get into the chemical end of it, or allopathy, but herbal healthcare validated using modern science.
Maintaining quality right from the raw material stage and validating its product through modern science is probably the brand's greatest achievement. The benefits of herbal healthcare is widely acknowledged by experts. Herbs are gentler and less toxic, rarely have side effects, and treat the root cause rather than the symptoms, unlike allopathic counterparts. But until Himalaya backed up the findings through modern science and quality standards, Ayurveda enjoyed only a niche following. Now even doctors of Western medicine prescribe Himalaya products to patients.
All our clinical studies are based on Helsinki Protocol, and therefore the results are absolutely empirically proven, which is why a good percentage of our sale of therapeutic products comes from prescriptions written by allopathic doctors.
The company touched $60 million in sales a year ago and continues to grow annually at 30%. Moreover, it's also grown to include beauty products like face creams and scrubs, shampoos and lotions. The products come in modern packaging and look like any other mainstream product, and that's helping it to gain acceptability. Kathy Yeep is a general manager for Watsons in Singapore. She's constantly looking to bring on new products, and so she jumped at the opportunity of bringing Himalaya to the island.
I know the concept of Ayurveda because we read about it, but the brand Himalaya, I heard it, I saw it in Malaysia when it was there. So when I came back, I told my buyers, I said, I've seen a Himalaya shop in Malaysia. Let's find out who distributed, and we'll be interested.
Watsons is a Hutchison Whampoa company that sells health and beauty products around the globe. It partnered Himalaya in November 2004 and says the products have enjoyed brisk sales within the period. But Yeep cautions that the company will have to do more to build the brand in the market.
The sales has been encouraging, yeah, and it has been growing double-digit growth so far, and we hope to build on it. And of course, Himalaya will then have to build themselves the brand awareness in Singapore, because I think the concept of herbal way and all that is still a very niche area.
Himalaya says it doesn't resort to overt advertising. Instead, it promotes the brand through editorials and seminars, and its customers are its best ambassadors.
Our consumers who come back, our repeat consumers, are almost as high as 75%, which means we are retaining a consumer who has tried our product. And that is extremely crucial for the brand, because that is my benchmark to suggest that the brand is being accepted.
Indeed, this formula seems to be working for the company. Although its foray into international market is relatively new, it already contributes some 30% to company turnover, with the remaining coming from its home base of India. But it says contribution from abroad could overtake the domestic market in a couple more years.
The way the international growth rate is comparing with the Indian growth rate, I think the international turnover is going to exceed the Indian turnover in a very short period of time. Russia is a very big market for us. The Middle East is a big market in the entire Middle East region. Africa is big. USA is very big with supplements. And now Malaysia and Singapore.
And for now, the company looks set to expand. It says it has a strong product pipeline that will enable it to make 1 or 2 new launches every year over the next 10 years. Medicines for tropical diseases, hepatitis and insomnia are under testing and could hit the market sometime soon. It's also setting its sights on expanding in Vietnam, Taiwan, Hong Kong and China. While it acknowledges that it will encounter stiff competition from traditional Chinese medicine or TCM in these markets, it's confident that it will come to be seen as an alternative.
It is a struggle, particularly in the healthcare segment. But then again, if a consumer has tried a TCM product for a particular problem and has not been very satisfied with it, consumer then tries another product which could well be our product.
Because Ayurveda, if you are thinking in America, it's also a growing thing. So I think it's an alternative. Definitely, if you talk in the context of Asian, of course, TCM will be a stronger thing. But I would say that it certainly is another alternative.
And the company is set to get more recognitions once it has a few patents under its belt. It says it's applied for several US patents and could see the first of many over the next 1 year.
We are investing a lot into the science, and thereby we are preventing Ayurveda, and we are at the contemporary end of Ayurveda from ending up as an esoteric science. And by explaining Ayurveda in the language of modern science, we are really making Ayurveda mainstream.
While Ayurveda may not become mainstream overnight, there does seem to be a revival of interest in herbal cures. And as chemicals continue to permeate all strata of life, people may start to look increasingly to old-fashioned alternatives.